Good afternoon, Toastmasters. My name is James Greer, and the title of my speech is called Setting the Bar. Now, to start this off, I tried memorizing the speech with a little technique I learned in psychology class. It was, I think it's the Palace Dome or something. But how you do it is you think your house, something you know very well, and you remember the intro, you walk up to your front door, you see something crazy there, like say you're talking about bicyclists. You'd see, as soon as you walk up to the front door, you'd see a whole bunch of bicyclists like laying out on the porch. And as soon as you get to your house, you remember different parts of your speeches. But that obviously didn't work because I had note cards. But I was born in Norfolk, Virginia, and if you know anything about Norfolk, it's a big Navy town, so it's big military-oriented. And some people say Norfolk, but since I mix North and Southern accents, Norfolk. My family's occupations are, my mom, she's a mutual funds representative. I don't know exactly what that means, but she works with like brokers and stocks and like mutual funds, big groups. My dad, he's a carpenter, so he builds a lot. My mom, being a mutual funds representative, she's very good with money, which obviously that didn't rub off on me because I like to burn through some cash. My dad, he's really good with his hands. He can see anything and kind of figure out how it's made and just go ahead and make it. Spends a little time thinking about it, wraps his mind around it. Now, my goals are to set the bar high for anything I do. I don't like to be mediocre or just settle for anything. I like to strive for the best I can and do as much as I can. Now, one of the big things I've set my life on at an early age is setting a foundation for myself. See, if I'm not able to support myself financially or pay off rent for a house or apartment or stabilize myself, how am I supposed to help someone else out? How am I supposed to provide for another family later on in the future? My grades in high school were fairly well. I mean, I tried to make good grades so that I could, get to a good college, go to good schools, get scholarships. And freshman year, I was planning on playing baseball for my high school. Pretty good team. So my buddy, he's actually up in VMI right now. Yeah, VMI. He's playing baseball for them. He's a freshman this year. And he's starting for them, which is a pretty big achievement. So we worked out the whole summer for freshman year. We trained a lot, and then tryouts came around. And that's when I made the varsity team, left-handed pitcher. I was middle relief, which is kind of big for a freshman. I got a lot of mound time. And also another way I could improve my foundation was to build a fraternal bond and be part of an organization that networks a lot. So what I did was I looked into the Master Masons, or the Freemasons, if you guys know anything about that. And I was 17 at the time. So what I did was I looked into it and I tried to figure out who was part of it, where they were, what they did, and I kind of liked the idea of it. So what I did was, well, actually where I worked, it was a grocery store, and this old man, he's 92 years old, walked in every day, got his paper for his wife. So he had all his regalia on, square and compass. So I was asking him about it. So the day I turned 18, he came in, and I told him, I want to petition for this. I want to be a part of this. He says, okay, I got you. Came back maybe 20 minutes later with a petition, filled it out, turned it in. I went through all the degrees, memorized a lot. It was a little difficult, but I did it in a period of 3 months. Came fully raised, go anywhere in the world with that. Now that's a great thing because you can connect with so many people, they help you out. It's just a big brotherhood, the largest fraternity and the oldest in the world. And also another fraternal bond that I wanted to build and make connections was going to a military school. Now, since I'm from Virginia, I was thinking about VMI, but once I visited there, I didn't like it. It was mountains and it was cold. There's nothing to do. So I was talking to one of my teachers at school, told him what I wanted. He said, you ever thought about the Citadel? I'd never heard about it. I didn't know anything about it. So what I did was I looked it up, researched it, came down and visited. As soon as I came to Charleston, I noticed beautiful women lined up on the street. I walked in, I saw all the palm trees, and I was sold right then and there. Sold. And also my competitiveness is a big factor in what drove me to do the best that I can. It's not that I want to be better than anybody, It's just I want to be better than I was previously. I want to be better than I can be, and that's always something that sets me apart. I never want to be normal. I have an insatiable desire to be the best that I can be. Now in high school, there's this group called Friends of Rachel. She was, if you guys know anything about the Columbine shooting, the tragic event years ago, when the shooter came in, the first person that died was a girl named Rachel. So her parents looked through her room after she died, and they saw a little diary that she wrote. And in it was a bunch of inspirational quotes and life meanings about how nobody should be bullied, nobody should be belittled, there should be no hate going around. And they made it out public. So all these people saw it, and they realized how revolutionary it was. So then that started getting a group, Friends of Rachel. It's nationwide now. A bunch of high schools have it. And it came to our high school. And then one of her main quotes that she put was, "I will never be average," or "I will not be labeled as average." If you think about that, that's pretty revolutionary and profound. If you just read it, you're like, yeah, I'll never be labeled as average. But nobody really knew her when she was alive. But she wanted to do all these great things. She wanted to help so many people. But since she died and that was made public, it changed a lot of lives. This organization helped out so many people. So she grew tenfold. Her ideas went across the nation. It was pretty impactful. Now, how I want to make a difference is I want to help society. So what I'm trying to do is pursue a Marine Corps contract through the PLC program. That's the Platoon Leaders Course. And that's just a different way of getting in, or getting a contract other than the RC scholarship. And you go through a series of selection boards, and then you get picked up, go to OCS that following summer. OCS is like the officers boot camp. But my backup or alternative plan is become a physical therapist. Now, I just love working with people, and physical therapy is pretty fun because you get to help people that are injured in other ways that they come back even stronger than they were before. Because if you tear your ACL, Adrian Peterson did it, came back even stronger. But later on down the road, if I decide and my life goals are all worked out, and I feel like I haven't done enough, I've been looking into getting into the senatorial, like becoming a senator. I don't know, Virginia or South Carolina, I can't really decide which one. But that'd be a huge, huge accomplishment, because if you think about it, there are more than 200 people in the House, and in the Senate there's only 100. So it's kind of like the upper house. And the things you can do there, it gives back to so many people, so many people. That'd be setting the bar higher for my family to do more, and other people if I make laws, just help other people out. Now in closing, I would just like to say that, or reiterate that I don't want to only improve myself. I want to be able to help inspire other people to achieve greatness and help set their bar higher. Thank you.